Hello guys, Cludio Hacker here, and today I am doing a review on something slightly old that I'm still going to be using for my senior year of high school because it's so helpful. And what this is right here, give you a quick look here, it's actually an old pocket computer, or PDA, personal data assistant, and it's actually really helpful, and I'm going to be showing you it. Now, you might ask, why are you using something out of date? Especially since we're in the year 2010 and this is about probably 12 years old. Well, battery life. This thing gets pretty decent battery life. Okay, why aren't you using an iPod Touch? Well, I haven't got the money to get one, and someone stole my previous one. So this is actually really helpful. Or why aren't you using your phone? With this phone right here, I do not recommend buying this phone. If you want a good phone, do not buy this phone. This is one of those phones that looks awesome in the store, and then you get it home and realize it's an entire piece of crap. So don't get this phone. It's called the Verizon Lg Env Touch. Not that Verizon or LG are a bad phone company. Excuse me, Verizon being a bad phone company, but this device is not having it. I would go with a Android, especially for a pocket data assistant. Now this thing is very interesting. I'm going to take it out right here, and the company is basically the original developers of Palm. Basically, we're tired of the way the bot company was actually being handled. I haven't read too much on it. And here's the case that it comes with. Hopefully you can see that okay. And I have to admit, I do like this little leather case. It's pretty convenient. Now, just pop it open, which is not much of a pain. And this is it right here. It looks old. It is old. It's probably about 12 years old. From what I've read, it's from 1998. So, actually make that, yeah, 12 years old. So, but one thing that is nice is it does have a stylus. The iPod Touches don't. Not that you need them, but I kind of prefer a stylus. And what's interesting about this stylus, let's say you want to open up the back of this here. You can see where the screws are, right there, right there. I can actually do that, and you don't have to spend any extra money for a different part, right here. So it actually comes with parts to open it. I thought was kind of handy. So I'll just put this back on the side here. Fits convenient, and it doesn't really kind of look bad at all in here. And I'm going to launch it on. So we're going to press the power button. Hopefully you'll see. Yep, here we go. Now, I'm on my extra apps. I'll just go to the home screen. Okay. So this is what's included on it, which hopefully you can see. Shouldn't have a problem. I can see it fine on my display here. You've got your standard. You can store your contacts, your calculator. The calculator is nice, by the way. I'll get into that in a minute. And it's got really nice features on it. You got a memo pad. You got a to-do list. You know, you can manage your expenses, as well as, you know, data book, and you can even send an email on this thing after you sync it up. So it's actually kind of helpful if you're on the road, and I don't think many of my teachers will have a problem with me having this, considering that you can't do much on it. So they think. Anyways, that's standard. And I'm going to show you the calculator app that comes standard on here. It's actually kind of nice. I like it. It is a basic calculator, but it does look pretty cool on here. Personally, I think it's an awesome calculator. It does what I need to do, except, you know, I'm going to be not using it as much as I'm probably going to be using this device right here, which I will actually do a review on. It's a Texas Instrument TI-83 Plus. Now, you might think, oh, you have all this calculator stuff, you're a math person, and in fact, I suck at math. But I find these devices actually pretty cool and fun to use. Alright, so getting onward, I'll show you the date book. Standard date, it looks pretty nice on it. And just a warning, I am a Mac user as well as a Windows user. I've been using Windows longer, and in this case, you can't really use Snow Leopard. If you have Leopard, I believe it works, but if you have Snow Leopard, they do not plan on supporting it, especially with the software. But moving forward, and if I want to sync up my address book, my calculator to, I need Windows, and preferably I would use Windows XP, considering it's old, but it's new. You know, it's not as old as like on. This is what's very interesting, this device right here, and I just basically place it in here, and it'll sync up to it. So as soon as I press the button, and there's a button, a physical button on here, if we can go closer in here, and you just press it right here, that'll activate the sync. And I really wish I had a, you know, to show you it within the desktop, but I don't have it in this case. But I will be doing a part 2 of this video and hopefully getting more things set up here. So, that's standard, and you've got plenty of apps that you can get online, especially on this device, which I find awesome. And you might find this interesting. It has a backlit screen on it as well. You can't really see that unless you're in the dark, so showing this to you here is not exactly the best thing, but it does have it on there as a feature. And here is one of the apps, because I'm a guitar player, that I actually like. And this one's called Metronome. It's actually Bandmate, I should say. Metronome is another application that kind of doesn't work. One thing I do like is how fast the programs actually do launch on here. So I'm going to launch Bandmate. And what Bandmate does, as far as personal, I can basically keep track of my practice time and practice sessions. I did have a metronome on here as well, and a guitar tuner, but right now I kind of had to reset it because of some interesting issues on here. And there's also one that I find helpful for school. It's actually called Homework, and these are all free apps. And I can keep track of my subjects, my tests, my assignments. It's a very, very nice feature of this, and the fact that I can just sync up. Now, you guys are gonna either love me or hate me for this one. There is an application on here called Phoenix, and if you're familiar with a Game Boy Black and White, you can actually get a Game Boy Black and White on here. Now, it is slow. I will definitely say it's slow. Some games have been reported to work faster than others. This is definitely slow. However, I think you're going to get a kick out of this if I start it up right. Remember the old Pokemon games everybody used to like? Here it is. This is the old black and white Pokemon game on here. So, if I could show you using, I'm not great at the buttons here. Again, it is slow. However, it does work. If I can make it work. There we go. Now moving around, it's not horrible. I'm not good at playing when I'm not looking at actually and using the screen. See, I am moving around, and yeah. Keep in mind this is all reverse for me, so it's interesting. But as you can see, I am playing the Pokemon game to it. Not good at showing it, but I am playing it and moving. So you do have the game. It's pretty neat, and hopefully the glare won't screw anything up. But as you can see, that's pretty much it. I've got the Pokemon game on my palm, which is, to me, rather awesome. Even though it is slow, it's pretty cool. And you can get other games on here that work faster, but this happens to be just a geeky thing that I like about it. Now, this is the end of part 1. I showed you a couple of apps, showed you how cool you can get apps, but part 2, I'm going to be doing a desktop recording of, you know, basically how I sync stuff, how I do everything in the Palm world. That's very nice on Windows XP. So definitely stay tuned and definitely subscribe. And like I said, check out more videos of me, and that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm Cootier Hacker. Goodbye.